We throw the word truth around all the time, every single day. But what if our entire modern understanding of it is, well, just plain wrong? Today, we're diving into the philosopher Martin Heidegger's mind-blowing idea that we've been making a 2,000-year-old mistake about what truth really is.
So let's just jump right into the big question here. What if our modern idea of truth, as a simple fact, a correct statement, isn't the whole story? What if it's not even the original story? And what if we've lost something absolutely crucial along the way?
I mean, this is how we all think of truth, right? It's our default setting. A statement is true if it lines up with reality. The sky is blue. Yep, that's true. Simple, correct, obvious. But for Heidegger, this very simplicity, this focus on mere correctness, is exactly where the problem starts.
To find what Heidegger thinks we've lost, we have to go back, way back, all the way back to the ancient Greeks. Because the key to this whole mystery is hiding inside one single, incredibly powerful Greek word. And this is it, aletheia. Now, for centuries, we've just translated this word as truth. But according to Heidegger, that simple, convenient little translation is precisely where our 2,000-year-old mistake began. Because, get this, aletheia doesn't actually mean correctness. Its literal meaning is unconcealedness, or maybe unhiddenness. Just let that sink in for a second. Suddenly, truth isn't about a statement matching a fact. It's about something emerging from the shadows, something coming out of hiding.
Okay, so let's actually break the word down. The A at the beginning, that's a prefix that means un, like in the word atypical. The root word is letheia, and that means concealment, hiding, or even forgetting. You might actually recognize it from the river Lethe in Greek mythology, the river of forgetfulness. So put it together, aletheia is literally the act of unforgetting or unconcealing. It's not a static thing, it's an active process. And this is where the idea gets really interesting. Because if truth is an action, the action of unconcealing, well, that implies there's a struggle going on. For something to be unconcealed, it had to have been concealed in the first place, right?
Heidegger just nails it with this quote. He says, unconcealedness has to be wrested from concealment. That word, wrested, it's so important. It implies a fight, a real effort. It's like truth isn't just sitting there patiently waiting for us to notice it. No, it has to be actively and sometimes even violently dragged out into the light. So you can really see the fundamental clash in worldviews here. On one side, you've got the Greek aletheia, an active event, a struggle to reveal what's hidden. And on the other, you have our modern concept of truth, a static property, really just a checkbox for correct or incorrect. Think of it like an archaeologist carefully brushing away dirt to reveal a fossil. For the ancient Greeks, the truth isn't just the fossil sitting there at the end. It's the whole event. It's the brushing, the revealing, the emergence from the dirt. Truth is the process of unconcealing, not just the final result you can hold in your hand. So if this idea was so powerful, how on earth did we lose it? How did we end up with our flat, static idea of truth? Well, Heidegger actually traces this history. It's like a detective story of how aletheia was slowly forgotten. This timeline kind of shows the whole journey. We start with the Greeks and aletheia, truth as this grand unconcealment. Then the Romans come along and transform it into veritas, correctness. Centuries later, thinkers like Descartes shifted again to certitudo, that's certainty in your own mind. And finally, it evolves into basically an instrument of power. Each step takes us further and further away from that original, dynamic idea. So that first big shift, it was really a practical one. For the Roman Empire, which was built on law and military commands, truth needed to be about correctness. Was the report from the field accurate? Was the order from the general correct? Veritas turned truth into a tool for keeping everything in line, for maintaining order, not for this grand process of discovery. Then, the next great shift actually moved the location of truth itself. Thinkers like Descartes, they turned inward. Truth became certum, certainty. So the big question was no longer what is being revealed out there in the world, but instead, what can I be absolutely sure of, right here in my own mind? Truth became a private possession of the individual. And this whole journey, Heidegger argues, has a really profound consequence. By twisting truth into correctness and then certainty, the original Greek experience has withdrawn.
And notice that word. It hasn't just been replaced. It's like it has actively pulled back from our world, becoming almost impossible for us to even see. It's been truly deeply forgotten. So, okay, why does any of this actually matter to us right now? Well, because if we even entertain this ancient idea that truth isn't just about checking facts, but that it's the difficult, active process of wrestling things out of concealment and into the light, then it leaves us with what might be the most important question of all. What still remains concealed? In our science, in our politics, in our own day-to-day lives? What are we failing to bring into the open? What truth is still out there, just waiting for us to begin the struggle?